Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the energies for December 21st through the 27th, 2020. So we begin this week with a 3 energy, and we end it with a 9 energy. And so one thing I want to mention about the 21st, which I think that most of you all have probably heard of in one form or another, is the Great Conjunction. And so that is happening on the 21st, and I will leave that up to the astrologers to go into more detail of what we can expect from that meeting. But I do want to mention that I find it interesting that it's happening on a 3 energy. And so that 3 energy being the triad, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, body, mind, spirit. So again, this is very spiritual energy, and you don't have to be traditionally religious or religious in any way to feel the energy, the downloads, the expansive energy coming through at this time. So again, it just feels very spiritual in nature. And so any way that you can connect back to your own source, back to your own higher power in some way, whether that's through spending more time in nature or spending more time in a meditative state or spending, more time surrounding yourself with people and things that you really love and enjoy and that bring you joy, are really recommended at this time, because this is really, like I said, just a very spiritual energy coming through. And this sort of transcends any kind of man-made religion or practices or anything like that. This is beyond, this is divine, this is true divinity coming through. And so I'm feeling that really, really strongly. It's up to you how you connect to it and how you choose to utilize that energy. But it is coming through, and it is available for you to embrace and to incorporate into your life in some way. And so very powerful, potent energies coming through. And this is just the beginning. But again, very drawn to that 3 energy and body, mind, spirit, holistic energy. So again, however that comes through for you. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. And so again, we're starting with this 3 energy, which is very expressive, very creative, communicative energy. So you may find opportunities at the beginning of the week to express yourself more authentically, to express yourself more creatively, to dive into your own creative expression, and to really work on communications with others, and to have those honest conversations with those who maybe aren't being completely honest with you or completely authentic with you. So again, this is just an energy of expressing yourself, of diving into your creativeness and really embracing it, and also being mindful of how you're communicating with others. Then at the end of the week, we have this 9 energy, which is all about that humanitarian, universal, sort of abstract energy. It's all about wisdom. It's also about tolerance and mercifulness. And so again, these are all going to be key. I feel like they're really going to be highlighted at the end of the month when we hit around the 27th, when we hit that 9 energy. So just be aware of this. I feel like you're going to have opportunities to, again, really focus on your humanitarian efforts and really seeing the world through a different lens, in that it's not all about the individual. The individual actions affect the collective. And so again, what actions are you taking? What is your approach? What are you doing daily? And how is that affecting, how is that sort of bleeding out into the collective, and how is that affecting the collective in what way? And are you okay with that, right? Are you okay with your actions? Are you okay with, how you're showing up? And so it's really this opportunity to take a closer look at those, how you're showing up in the world, how are you here to sort of serve in a way that is in your highest expression and that helps not only self, but others as well. So could be a really big highlight on that. And I feel like also there's going to be this energy around tolerance and mercifulness, really tolerance. And so Be mindful of how you are tolerant of yourself as well as others at this time. I think this is going to be really critical. So I pulled an animal spirit card to sort of see what the overall energy for the week is, and it's so spot on. We got gorilla spirit, and gorilla says, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. And one thing I'm really drawn to, what came in, was the reminder that we're all one big family collectively. So again, gorilla's message, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. And again, I'm seeing this as the whole, as the collective, that universal 9 energy, that humanitarian energy, that, communicative energy of that 3 energy. So just keep that in mind as you move through the week. It's not, sometimes we get tunnel vision and we focus only on those that we feel love for through the human body. But this, again, I feel like surpasses that. This sort of transcends that energy. This is about divine love. This is about the universal divine love that each human carries from within. It's just about tapping into that energy and then spreading that love. Okay, and so beginning of the week, it's interesting. I have this energy coming through of like spreading yourself too thin, and really kind of needing to take a closer look at that. Take a closer look at where you're putting your energy, and is it towards something that makes you feel good, that brings you joy and happiness? Are you putting that energy towards something that's allowing you to express yourself in a creative, authentic way? If you're not, then it's going to constantly be feeling like you're walking uphill, like you're carrying a ton of bricks, as you're swimming across a river. And so the call is, again, with that 3 energy, to take a closer look at where are you just continuing to show up where it's really, you feel defeated afterwards. So it's kind of like you're just really beating yourself up. You're spreading yourself too thin. Take a closer look at that. I'm also seeing a sort of breakdown of communication. And so this could be around family members, friends, whoever. But I am seeing like this breakdown in communication. So if there's a relationship that comes in for you and it feels like that you feel really misunderstood, or the other person is saying to you that they feel misunderstood, or you're just not seeing eye to eye, or there just feels like a lot of clashing as opposed to harmony and coming together, that's just an indication that there's a breakdown of communication. And so I do feel like, take a closer look at that, because it's not something that can't be, rectified. It's something that if you take the time to really, express what you need to that person and listen to them as they're expressing to you what they need, open those lines of communication. If you can do that, then you are breaking for, you are opening that that energy wide open. So it can be rectified, it can be fixed, it can be worked through, but you just have to work through your pride and understand that maybe you're not hearing that person the way that you're meant, like the way that they're trying to express themselves, right? Maybe you're looking at what they're saying through your own filter and coming to your own conclusions without hearing what they're actually saying. And so there's some misunderstandings there. And this can be vice versa, right? This can be them kind of doing that for you. And it's just a matter of communication. So I am seeing breakdown of communication, but it's nothing that you can't fix. So it just takes you showing up in effort to do that and communicating to that person, hey, I want to fix this. Let's communicate about this. Let's talk. Let's really hear each other and let's move from that space. And I feel like that will be successful as long as you're both open to that. And then we move into midweek and around the 23rd, which is this 5 energy of sort of change and expansiveness and sort of travel, that sort of thing. So, depending on your circumstances, you may be traveling, you may not be, that's up to you. But I am seeing this kind of sort of like childlike joy coming in, this joy around you just feeling fulfilled and really happy and feeling like you are sort of in touch and in tune and in control of your own emotions. And that's going to affect how you show up to other relationships. That's going to affect how you communicate with others, right? And so again, it's just being in touch and in tune with your own needs, your own wants, your own desires, your own emotions. And then once you're in touch with that, then you can greater express that. And then when you are being misunderstood, you can find a way to communicate in a way that the other can sort of hold on to, right? Can understand. So I'm just seeing really this positive energy midweek, very easy energy, very content energy. Again, it just feels like very jovial, childlike, happy conversations, happy coming together. So yeah, beautiful, kind of peace, love, harmony energy, which I love to see. So that's really beautiful. And this could, of course, be around family and community coming in as well. So however that shows up for you, this may be an opportunity to start diving into that humanitarian energy as we get towards the holidays. Maybe go to a soup kitchen, maybe donate your time or energy or money or whatever to a cause that really speaks to you. Yeah, so again, however that comes in for you, but I'm feeling this very positive, beautiful energy midweek. So really embrace that and share it, right? Circulate that energy by being in service to others and to your community at large in a way that really benefits and lifts up the others, right? Then we move into the end of the week. And it's interesting because as we sort of dive into this 9 energy at the end of the week, I'm really getting very strongly something from the past coming in. And this feels like maybe a past relationship, past experience being highlighted, something from the past coming in that needs to sort of be looked at and discussed or, talked about and just reevaluated. And so I do feel like there's this heavy influence of the need for tolerance. So this may be something that keeps coming up for you. And again, this is an opportunity to look at whatever this is through a different lens. You have to choose to do that, obviously, but it is like this opportunity coming in. And I do feel like it's past related. This is, doesn't have to be for everybody, but it does feel specifically for whoever that resonates with, that it's a past relationship, a past experience, a past hurt, something like that coming up where maybe there was more about intolerance on your side or their side, and it just needs to be explored and healed. But I'm also seeing this change in direction, like this abrupt change in direction for some. So it's kind of like this communication comes in, this new experience comes in, this new relationship comes in, although it does feel tied to the past in some way. That's kind of coming in pretty strongly. But it does also feel like an opportunity for an abrupt change in direction. But it feels really powerful, but good. So it's leading you in the right direction. And so it's kind of maybe a detour from the universe, like a gift from the universe that's a detour in a different direction. And it comes through some kind of communication or, past experience or something coming in that's really highlighting for you, that sparks something within you that you change course. And that can be through, thoughts, belief systems. It doesn't have to be this major redirection in life. It can be just a change in thoughts or a change in perception, right? Or a change in perspective. So it's kind of seeing things through a different lens. And again, tolerance keeps coming in really strongly. So where in the past were you maybe intolerant around this situation, but now you can have some tolerance and that changes your course, right? So it's amazing what, having an open mind and having compassion and empathy, what that will do for your own course, right? For your own journey. So I am seeing that coming in pretty strongly around the end of the week. So again, remember those key words around that 9 energy, around the 27th, humanitarianism, that universal energy, seeing yourself as part of the whole collective, and what you do affects the whole. sort of that abstract energy, right? You might not see actual tangibles yet. You might not see real world things, but it's the emotions, it's the feeling that comes in for you that is asking you to take a closer look at, where maybe were you intolerant that you can have tolerance, where were maybe did you not have mercy that you could have mercy now. And again, that brings in that energy of forgiveness and being able to tie up those loose ends moving forward. So yeah, I mean, really powerful, beautiful energies. I do think that this is the start of something really big. Of course, again, I would encourage you to listen to, find an astrologer or several that you really feel drawn to, that you really love, and listen to their work, especially around this this great conjunction, grand conjunction, whatever. But and this, as we move into this age of Aquarius, the energies that's going to surface, because we are in for some very powerful, powerful times, and we are in for this energy of like leveling up. And a big part of that is being able to tolerate others, be compassionate, have that empathy, use your wisdom, use your intuition, all of these things. And we're going to continue to talk about these things as we move forward into 2021. But again, I really strongly suggest, if you don't currently listen to an astrologer, that you find one that you resonate with, because 2020 has been very literal when it comes to astrology. And so I feel like that's just going to continue as we move forward. So it's really great to sort of include that in your repertoire for your resources moving forward. Okay, so yeah, I hope it's a great week. I hope for those of you that celebrate Christmas, it's a very Merry Christmas. For those of you that celebrate other holidays, I hope you have beautiful and happy and joyful holidays. And I will be back next week with the forecast, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for your love and support. And, I see all of you. I appreciate you all. I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great week, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.